Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Monday, March 6, 2023, and this is a work session for the Salisbury City Council. First item on our agenda is going to be an ordinance to change the rate for billboards. Keith Cordry, our Director of Finance. You have the floor, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes, we have an ordinance to change the billboard license fee back to the rate that was charged in the prior year. We're asking that the fee be revised retroactively to the beginning of the year, 7/1/22. After further review, we determined that the rate that was charged in the previous year was more appropriate.
Have to do any refunds or
We've got everything taken care of that way
Okay.
if you authorize it.
any questions or comments? All right.
None.
Consensus to put this on the next agenda?
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Next item is the ordinance to move funds for the GOB renovation and relocation.
That's a budget amendment to fund the necessary improvements to the new government office building and also the existing one to accommodate all of the revisions that are planned to take place. And any details, this gentleman right here inform you.
So yeah, this is what we've been discussing, using funds that have been identified within open projects or existing funds to complete the expansion into the Salisbury Fire Headquarters building, and then the renovations within the offices here to complete the plan that we've discussed previously. So this is just the accounting to make all of that happen.
Questions or comments?
None.
Just for clarification, you can see it's mostly reallocation of PAYGO money that was previously transferred from the general fund to the capital project fund. And so the good news is we're cleaning out a lot of accounts by making use of these funds.
I know it's tough sometimes to find the appropriate project when you got funds in there, but you all have done a really good job over the years at identifying it and using it when we need it. Ashley, you're going to have a lot. That's the first thing that popped into my head. So everybody, we have consensus to move this forward to the next meeting?
Yes.
Again, we'll place that on
Sir.
next Monday's agenda. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Next up was supposed to be Brian Soper. Text amendment for Harbor Point Phase 3.
Selling. He's not here. I'm trying to reach out to him. Do we want to, point of order, move to the next item and then come back if he is, or I can table it? Either way.
We can do that. So the other item on the agenda was looking at the current boards and commissions. I'm moving over to some of Jack's. And I don't know if, did everybody take a look at the list of what we had?
Yeah, so the Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee should be Angela, because she and I switched that in the library because of scheduling for both of us. It just kind of worked out that we both needed to reschedule, so.
See, the green team, Megan, already on it and active in it. Michelle had picked up another one, so it would be best if she
Yeah, it'd be great.
You sure you don't want like 6 of them?
Funnily enough, no, that's okay. I'm totally okay. No, I know Megan is well versed in what the sustainability committee has been doing. She's been a part of the green team just as a regular citizen, and I know she'll do great as the city council member for it. So,
Michelle, I'm looking forward to it.
yeah.
Megan's also going to be doing PAC 14. April's going to take Parks and Rec. And the new one, the Truth and Reconciliation Committee, April will be taking on that one.
Okay. So April is the truth and okay, yeah. So April has, just want to make sure everybody's got.
Good. I guess that's all, that's everything, and on those. All right, so that, jump back, Mr. Soper, how you doing, sir?
He thought it was 15 minutes early, but
Sorry about that. All right. Okay. Thank you again, Mr. President, members of the council. We have before you is a text amendment to Harbor Point Phase 3 in the zoning code. Pretty much this is consistent with some previous planning commission approvals. The owner of the property came to us, kind of trying to lay out their future for the property. After some review, we thought this was the best path forward to make it consistent with where they want to go and what we feel the needs for the community are based on when the Harbor Point Phase 3 was first approved nearly 3 decades ago. So the consistency is to subdivide out the cottages into fee simple lots. That would be shown on a subdivision plat. There is currently a care home there. That use has been added and allow for expansion on a separate lot, and then the potential future for a elderly and handicapped apartment building. We feel it's a very good use to be consistent for the aging community as they go from a fee simple lot to a handicapped apartment to eventually a care home. It's a good mix of use for that area. We feel it's a very much needed housing as well.
Questions or comments about the changes?
I just know how sorely this is needed. I mean, our own family we have elderly family members who need something better than what they've got. It's where they live now. It's not suitable, and it really, this is desperately needed in the community. So, yeah.
Talking to a couple people this week, and they had a family member who needs something in between nursing home and
Exactly.
their own, and it's tough. So,
Absolutely.
all right, so we no further questions. Everybody okay? Consensus to move this forward?
Yes. Yes.
We'll place this on. Kim, now will we have to do is this going to go through the whole round of?
So it'll need a public hearing. And so we'll have to advertise, so first reading could be next Monday, but then second will have to be either the next following meeting, if we can get it advertised.
First reading Monday night, and then we schedule a.
Second reading and public hearing.
I know we were having some issues with stuff in the paper.
Is in the independent.
Yeah, I just had one of our associates finish a memo that I just got, so I was going to forward that to you with what we're able to do, and then what we statutes, and then if you want to use your connection to see if we can maybe get some legislation at the state level to make it easier for us.
I will reach out to Todd, and we'll see what we can come up
Yeah.
with. It's kind of late in the game on that legislation in Annapolis, but maybe I'll
Probably won't
reach out to
make it
MML.
till
I'm
next
going to be in MML this week. I got to go one day, so I'll talk with them up there to see what we can.
been a recurring discussion amongst Maryland municipal attorneys. I think everyone realizes that there is an issue, but it needs to be changed above.
We were so desperate, we were looking at the guide.
Yes, we were, yes.
Wow.
I mean, it's, everybody reads it, so I mean, that's, you know, but, okay. All right, so we'll place this on the next agenda, move forward with advertisements and everything with it. I think we're good, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Brian.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Let's go to public comments. We got one, Robert Hudson. Oh, podium. Yeah, yeah.
I'm Robert Hudson. I live at 805 Federal Street. Friday morning, 1:30 a.m., I was sound asleep. Two guys were banging on my door, woke me up. I called the police, 911. I asked them to make a run through the neighborhood, see if they could find them. And they didn't, and I also asked them to come back to my door because I would ask questions. They didn't come back to my door, so I called the non-emergency police number, and I'm a little disappointed in the non-emergency police department because you got to push 1 for English. And I'm also a little disappointed with the police because it seems like I'm either getting a runaround or I can't get straight answers. The only answer I got as far as trying to deal with this and protect myself and make it better is to get a doorbell camera. No one said if they broke in, if I'm allowed to protect myself in any shape or form, or if I'm allowed to protect my property in any shape or form. This is getting worse as far as public safety, I guess. If that's not the right word, I apologize. But there's a house catty corner behind me that's been broken into 3 times. I talked to the college kids about it. The police cannot share any information about it. They say it's private information. That's in my backyard almost. And the 2 windows are boarded up on the back of that house. And I'm thinking, why can't you get the landlord to fix that? The tenant said something to the landlord, said the landlord's no big rush to fix it. The house, I think it's on the corner of Pennsylvania and Federal, is boarded up on the 1st floor because I've been told that people are breaking into it, and it's been for sale for over a year. During the summer, the grass is not cut. The city has to cite whoever lives there. And as far as the people banging on my door, I think the police need to go through some training again because at first the question was, are they black? Well, I don't know if they were black. They had hooded sweatshirts on, and I wasn't going too close to the door because I wasn't sure if they're going to break in. And then when I got to talk to the police, somebody thought they might be college students that had been out partying and gone to the wrong door. That's a guess. I don't know if that's true or not. But I really don't appreciate being woke up 1:30 in the morning and no one can give me a better answer. I called today to speak to Howie Drewer. I know he's a lieutenant or a captain or something, and I know him personally. I got put on hold, and when I got to speak to the person about that, she was the same person that I spoke to Friday morning. I'm like, is there a good time to call him? Can I email him? None of that information was given. And also, let's see, this past fall, the college partied pretty good down my neighborhood. There was trash up and down the street. Been the worst it's been. About maybe 2 weekends after that, somebody peed in a neighbor's yard. This was a college kid. And my neighbors put up no trespassing signs to keep them out. I'm figuring, why would you want anybody to pee in your yard? And neighbor is threatening to mace someone if they do it again. And I'm like, well, I understand what you're saying, but you might get in trouble. But he has a wife, 1 or 2 daughters. I'm sure they don't want to see that. I'd like to be able to hear a comment from one or all of you. Am I asking too much, or can we improve this situation? I'm going to sit down now.
We got your contact information here.
Yep.
We'll pass off your concerns to the department heads, because that's more appropriate for the people that run the departments.
I feel like I'm getting a runaround at the police department. I mean, I can't get a definite answer one way or the other.
We got our acting city administrator here. We'll we've got the information, we'll make sure that administration has it to look into it.
Even Sure, I can get I've got your contact information. I can make sure this gets to Howie and someone gets back with you with some, but I agree, we can always do a better job.
I'm not saying you guys are perfect, I'm never gonna say that, I mean, I have a lot of respect for the police department, I think they do a pretty good job, they put up with a lot of bull that most of us never put up with. But I also think, if I wanna contact a supervisor, give me an email, give me a time to get over to the person. And then give me am I allowed to protect myself in my own house, or am I gonna get sued or something? Or am I allowed to protect my own property? None of that
Sure.
was ever addressed at all.
We can make sure you get all those answers. Yep, there's certain things you can and can't do, but it's easier to give that so you have it in writing and you understand what are the rules.
Writing is much better, but, this seems like this problem is gonna get worse if it's not addressed.
Somebody will get back with you on it.
I appreciate that.
Yep, you're welcome. We'll go through now, let's see, start with the council comments. Mrs. Gregory?
So it is beautiful outside. Go take advantage of the park. There is the, I don't know how to say the acronym. Was it BLOG?
Bundle up and go outside.
It's bundle up and go outside. So,
BLOG,
please go see the art installation that's out there. I was hoping to get over there today, but I didn't get a chance to. So I'm definitely going to go check it out later this week, weather permitting. And I think, there's some really great things that you can see. Go visit the zoo. I think, did we get there was a new something over there, I think. I can't remember what it was, but
Yes, and I don't have it written down. But
yeah,
yes, we got some new.
We got some new critters over there. So, go get out of the house. We've all been cooped up. We're ready for spring. And have fun.
Just that, I don't want anybody to forget, about 3 weeks ago, I had given a letter into, remember that letter, Mr. Boda?
Yes.
I'm looking for some feedback on that. It encompassed some things and questions in regards to some budgeting and trying to get ahead of some things before we head into our budget hearings coming up soon. I know there's been a lot of transition. I just didn't want that to be lost in the dust. And of course, as always, there was another plea today about donating blood. We're at a crisis level, and I have an appointment myself for Saturday at 9:45 to donate some whole blood. And if you are healthy enough, and you're fortunate enough to be healthy enough, 1 pint of blood can save 3 lives. Please donate blood. That's it.
Ms. Al?
So in honor of continuing the what I mentioned last meeting about Women's History Month, next Tuesday, the Wacomico Commission for Women is hosting an open house for the Bring Your Own Baby program. If anyone's interested, it's going to be Tuesday, March 14th, 4 to 5:30 at 31516 Winter Park Place Drive, which is the Bay Area Center for Independent Living. Really phenomenal program they have going on there. And according to Catherine Jones, who is leading that incentive in that program, they're having some phenomenal feedback with their employees. So really encourage you all to come visit. All the members of the Women's Commission will be in attendance, I and myself. So please feel free to come out. It's going to be a lovely night.
Just wanted everybody to put on their calendar September 22nd to the 24th, which is the Maryland Folk Festival. And if anybody is interested in volunteering, you can select the Become a Volunteer button on the website, and it'll take you into United Way's volunteer system. And so we encourage everybody to volunteer for that. Today is also Council Vice President April Jackson's birthday. She's not here today, but April, happy birthday. We have a cake here that
For you.
we're going to send a picture to you. Happy birthday to April. And then administration comments.
I'll let Mayor, he's online. Jack, you go first.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. It's good to see everybody in person, or sort of in person. I can't wait till tomorrow to get back in the office. First and foremost, I'd like to apologize. Last week I had a battle with COVID, and I can only imagine what it would have been like if I didn't have 5 shots. But I've worked through that, and I'll be wearing a mask for 5 days. But I do want to apologize to all the people that I've had made commitments to be at events, speak at engagements, and had to cancel as a result of the COVID. So please accept my apology, and I look forward to speaking with your organizations and meeting again. Second up, to second Angela's comment about the blood, anybody that can give blood, we really appreciate it. Please do so. We are extremely low. And the last item, just to remind everybody that on this Sunday, we have the beginning of daylight saving time. So got to spring ahead and fall behind. So this is springing ahead. So please don't forget to do that so you're not late for church. Okay, that's all I have, and thanks very much.
Mr. Mayor?
Just a couple quick things. As those who know, Julia Glenn's last day as city administrator was this past Friday. So, ta-da, here I am. I'm looking forward to filling this role in a more full-time capacity. I've got my new name tag and everything. So I'm here to stay. Second, we are going to be passing out a new Zoom link for the council meeting starting next week because this was attached to Julia. So we're going to have a new one that's coming out. So just if you have it earmarked or booked on your browser, it's going to be a new Zoom link coming out with all of the agenda information. And then finally, tickets for Hops on the River came out starting on last Wednesday. That is April 15th. It's only limited 350 tickets. So Muir, hope you've already got your ticket.
I got to get on it.
Yeah,
Better, better.
but that's it.
I forgot about that. Thank you for the reminder.
Thank you.
I did forget about that.
If there's not anything else, we are adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.